Thousands of runners and walkers stepped out in pink yesterday for the Race for the Cure, and many of those people are breast cancer survivors. But after beating cancer, there are still some health issues those survivors face. With some practical help, Brooke McIntyre is a registered dietitian with Cancer Treatment Centers of America. So how was the race?
It was so much fun. About 20,000 runners and walkers came out yesterday. Cancer Treatment Centers of America has been a supporter of the Susan G. Komen Foundation for about 20 years now, and the Kansas City race for about 5 years. So we were in the Survivors Pavilion yesterday, and we were just talking about some basic tips on shopping the farmer's market. We were talking about some simple ways to store produce to make it last a little bit longer, and healthy eating on the go.
And you see so many brave folks, some even are going through treatment, that come out and walk in the race. And then there's that big question, after they've survived, there's still issues.
Sure.
You're still not back to yourself. So help us kind of address those concerns, those health concerns, after you said, okay, what's next after beating cancer?
Sure. So a lot of survivors go through a lot of health issues, a number of which can be diabetes, cardiovascular disease, whether that they had it before treatment or developed it during treatment. So we want to make sure that they're as healthy as possible. So we talk to them a lot about maintaining a healthy weight, getting good physical activity in. Diabetes, there's a huge link between insulin in the bloodstream and cancer, so we want to try to prevent that. An easy way to try to balance your blood sugar in the body is to try to eat a balanced plate. So I like to use the plate method for my patients because it's easy and simple, and basically trying to get about 2/3 of your plate here with fresh fruits, vegetables, whole grains and beans, and then about 1/3 or less of lean proteins and fat.
I love that. And this is easy to prepare.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know, it's colorful. And when you're not feeling your best, though, is it hard to, you know, eat a great diet?
Sure, but for a lot of our survivors where they're feeling great after treatment, and, you know, cooking is going to be their friend when they're trying to regain their strength and stamina.
Okay, now a lot of folks are still taking medication after, you know, as a form of treatment after they go through chemo or radiation. So in terms of that, what are those health issues?
Sure. So breast cancer and prostate cancer patients specifically may be on anti-hormone therapy for 5 to 10 years after treatment. This can lead to bone loss, fatigue, and weight gain specifically. For bone loss, I like to recommend foods high in calcium, so dairy, like many people think, from your yogurt and milk, but also non-milk sources like your soy milk and almond and coconut are always fortified, and then all these leafy greens and vegetables like that as well are high in calcium.
Okay, another issue survivors face is often fatigue. What are what's some practical advice for them?
Sure, trying to find balance between physical activity and rest. That's important. Maybe getting 10-minute increments of exercise for a goal of 30 to 60 minutes a day instead of all at one time. Getting rest, staying hydrated is important. A simple rule of thumb for staying hydrated for you and me is to cut your body weight in half and drink that number of ounces. So for instance, a 160-pound male or female, about 80 ounces of water a day is the goal.
And listen to your body, what your body needs. So like you said, take some rest if you need to rest. I love that. And what's the best advice that you give all folks out there just about some healthy tips?
Number 1, maintain a healthy weight. Number 2, try to get 30 minutes of physical activity every day. Number 3, get some good rest every night.
Good rest. It's hard, especially this time of year. Sun's out late, right? But so
and back to school.
We'll get to bed. Good sleep schedule. Thank you for joining us. All right, let's check in with Michael.